Come on, Steeler Nation. What a day, what a week we have had to rejoice. Welcome back to the Steeler Wade Show. Man, please think about pressing like. I'd appreciate that. Canada's gone. Can't believe it. That was wild. I mean, that was about the most unexpected thing because we have to stop telling ourselves that that was an option, right? After the bye. And that was wild. That was wild. I mean, Tomlin came out and said that it was absolutely his decision, which I think is cool. I mean, as far as with the Tomlin haters, I can't believe that guy did the thing that you were saying to do. What a jerk, So I guess they'll just move on to... And now they just gotta, some of these guys want to get rid of Tomlin. They want to get rid of Rooney. They want all of it except for the black and gold jerseys. And, but whatever. So, it's got to be, odd, with this offense. Who cares? Again, Canada is gone, dude. Something happened to me. I got real sick over the weekend. And I mean, a sick that I don't even understand. I've been with my bitch for 10 years in February, and she said she'd never seen me like this. I mean, just knocked down, out. And barely made it through that thing they called a game that we played in Cleveland. And which we only lost by 3. Hey, look at it like that. And I could barely make myself go through it. And I was back down, missed days of work. I mean, which is hard for me. And just knocked out, man. Terrible. And I was still in bad shape come Monday night. And got up Tuesday, and I felt I finally got a break. I've been down for like 3 days straight. Down. And it was being around 10:30, 11 o'clock. I was like, I powered down some 3 Tylenols. I have got to start getting something, take advantage of this, see how far I can push myself to see if I go to work or whatever, you know what I mean? I started feeling a little better, and I was doing some moving, and I got on my phone, and Canada was fired. Now, I'm not saying that changed my physical well-being, because it was on a pretty good trajectory. But, man, I started feeling better, and by 3, 4 o'clock, I was able to text my lead, tell him that I will be at work in the morning, or I think I told him. I don't know, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just did it in my head. That is enough. I felt good, and started feeling a lot better. And I think sometimes it was such a hard sickness, it almost seems like your world sometimes just needs to tell you just stop. Like your God or your universe or your Mother Nature or your science or your virus. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, it's whatever it is. It just catches you and just says no more for a little bit. But I feel great now. I've had great. I mean, it's been great. So, we're not going to expect a lot of changes out of this offense. Can't. They're going to have Faulkner, the running back coach, share duties with Sullivan. And I'm not expecting a whole lot better, to be honest. But Canada's gone. I am wishing that we will be able to see more correct play calling or more correct positioning of the offense. And maybe they'll have a good two-headed dragon in this thing. Maybe they're going to have some luck, and we'll keep this thing rolling. It's crazy. Now. We're going to end up, it's all going to be about Kenny, and it's, but the thing with this, having a running back with Faulkner, I'm not praising him or this or that, he's done good things, and I wish him the best. But I do like the idea. I remember last middle of the season sometime, I like whatever. but I tried to do a podcast. It was horrible, but it was about the idea of liking an offensive coordinator to be hired that come up through the ranks of offensive line. Now I know he's a running backs coach, but I like that theory or that raising up. Not that he's going to be our OC next year. I don't, but I don't mind this. If you're going to get kicked, I like the way we landed. We landed all right. I like to see, especially now, because now it's a good thing. This is one of the best things about Canada going is that we can find out more about Kenny, right? And I guess I'm a lot more long-winded than I thought I was going to be. I thought this was going to be short, like I always say it's going to be, and it never is because I'm always long-winded. But now we're going to end up seeing Kenny, right? And I've been excited about Kenny since he got here, but Ray Charles can see how he's been playing, and he be crying. You know what I mean? Crying the blues. And so, what I'd really like to see is, because of the situation that they've positioned themselves in, and in the sense that the Steelers are always so much of a, we're just going to take on this week now. Because I wouldn't be surprised if there's some type of another change, even with things, like if it went okay. There could be some shifting happening, you know what I mean? Not necessarily from outside someone taking over. I don't think anything like that. But I would like to see is there has got to be like the best quarterback developer out there, right? There has to be like the guys in the know, and there has to be a top 6 out there in the nation that can be bought off and brought in, right? And not even necessarily that this guy, he may be a quarterback's coach, he may be, I don't know. And not even necessarily to say, hey, you could be the offensive coordinator, blah, 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 you know what I mean? But bring in somebody that's just badass, Because, like, we brought in Glenn Thomas, but, like, I've even, heard DK Sports. He doesn't even know what the guy does. And he's there all day, all the time. And I thought he was supposed to be, like, offensive and quarterback development, and I've been afraid of that because look at Kenny, so it's like, don't get that guy near him, even though I don't know what he does. But I'd like to see somebody like that come in. I'm still gambling on Kenny for the rest of this season and the rest of next season. Okay. The one thing I like about Coach Tomlin is he brought it up again about football justice. And it's kind of like his gamble, or the way he would put his money on moralistically what is correct in football, what will end up paying off when you need it to pay off, right? So I'm going with that too. There are a lot of foxy quarterbacks out there that could probably be picked up between the 3rd and 4th round out there. Very good quarterbacks. I'm not talking about let's just make competition whatever for Kenny right away. I still think that he, but if we were spending the money on a good quarterback developing guru, be nice if, we're set for Kenny. We want Kenny to do well, But there's nothing wrong with developing a third or 4th round, really good quarterback along with him, Maybe we can get rid of Mitch next year, keep Mason as the backup emergency, right? For the cheap money. But who knows? Friggin' A, my cap today. Woke up and my hat's sitting at the end of the bed. I go, that's kind of odd, And because I'll put things in weird places, but I'll be like, oh, I didn't put it in that weird place. Yeah, so I look at it, fucking dogs chewed up my good ball cap, my best cap. Folks, if you like what you hear, please press. Oh, you know what I wanted to say? Like, um, did you see Trenton Thompson? You heard me in my past podcast, like, especially in the beginning of that game with the Browns. Look, I'm not going to talk about that Browns game. I am, but I'm not going to talk about that Browns game. I believe with the Steelers, we go this and then we go at that. So it's in the past. But did you see in that Cleveland Browns game, like especially in the beginning, Trenton Thompson was like everywhere. And I didn't know if like maybe he was doing something wrong almost, but he was like almost there, all over. Especially, I mean, I was like fading in a second, so I don't remember lots of stuff in the second half. But in the first, Thompson was everywhere, and I'm like, man, I don't know if he's missing these tackles or if he's not there, but it's like he sure seems to be getting to the ball awful quick. Like these been the last 7 defensive plays, and I've seen him there 4 times, right? So good for him, you know. And then I did end up hearing some praise out of Tomlin, I believe, for him, which is, geez, I mean, you want to talk about, he's on the practice squad. Landon Roberts, what a game. That Walker played a decent game. We got Miles Jack. Is that the wildest thing, dude? That's cray. Super cray. That is so wild, you know. And Martinez, I mean, we got Omar just like, okay, swoop. We got a problem? Swoop. So we gotta see some new stuff at linebacker, possibly. We're already seeing some new things at the safety position, you know, because of Minka. He's going to be out again. But it's exciting, you know. You get this little talk between Chase and JPJ saying, yeah, he's right. He's so cool. Yeah, he's right. It is going to be a show. Leave it at that. You know what I mean? And really looking forward to this game. This is, I've said it in past podcasts, when the Steelers, and it's been whatever the record has been, for whatever, either team, for years. I don't even remember. It's been since Cower, definitely since Ochonoko or whatever that got, way back. I mean, I'm talking way back. My favorite football game is to play Cincinnati in Cincinnati. That's my favorite game. This game coming up is my favorite game of the year, is playing Cincinnati in Cincinnati, you know. And this is the one that I really look forward to the most. You know, like, I don't know. I've had such a great week after I arose. You know, got to do some first, you know. I spent Thanksgiving with my daughter. She came in. We had to cancel the trip. We had this trip. We've been looking forward to it for months, going up to Detroit for Thanksgiving. We had to cancel because I got sick so bad. And so we brought her back from Ann Arbor and had my first Thanksgiving with her since she's been like 5 years old, you know. And we just finished watching the Michigan-Ohio State game. Go Blue! Which she is a Wolverine freshman this year, and we are proud. And she's telling me, oh, it's so nice. Because she's been to, you know, you watch the show, she's been to these games, you know, and she's just excited, just squirming over there. Look, you know, I don't even know if she weighs 100 pounds, man. She's so cute. And tomorrow is going to be our first Steeler game we get to watch together. Officially. We got to watch one last summer together that were preseason. And this is a long time coming, boys. You know, for an old fuck off. And sometimes it goes the other way too. I'm very, very grateful. I'm a very fortunate man. Folks, I hope you have a great Sunday. And go Steelers. Please press like if you like what you hear. And if you would like to be reminded that one time you said, you know what, that guy talked me into liking it, and I might want to like it again. Press subscribe, do the bells. Here we go, Steelers. In the words of Bill Cowher, Cincinnati.